up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie. Still haven't paid my fees. Steele.
Yes, and welcome to Spitballin. I haven't paid his fees. He's correct. I have not paid his fees because I'm broke as a motherfucking joke.
Who you telling?
So,
I just found out. I just looked at my credit card bills. I was like, damn, dude. Like, I put all my travel and shit on there. So it's like, oh, you traveling more. But then it's like, how much I spent on just Uber.
oh, dude.
It's
Dude,
insane.
for real. It's insane. It's insane. It's always insane. Traveling, everything that comes along with it. Don't mention food, housing, the tickets it takes to get to the place, wherever you're staying, you're paying for, and then to get around the city that you're in. Oh, dude, it's a whole thing, man.
We hadn't had a podcast in a while, Reg. I was wondering if you might have gotten, like, if we got scrubbed off. People were worried we might have got scrubbed off after talking about Hassan Minhaj, you know.
No, man, I think it's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? And we didn't say anything bad about the dude, right? We didn't we I don't think we trashed him in any way. I mean, he's a friend. Oh, sound effects Sal. Yeah, he's a friend, and we wish him the best.
My buddy said Reggie sounded kind of a little burnt up about it.
Say what?
My buddy said you seemed a little burnt up about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it bothered me just from the standpoint of when I read that article, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. When I read that article, I was like, yo, I don't know how I feel about this, man. Like, this is okay. Now that I've had some distance, I'll say this, and I think this will clarify it. I feel like the lines for Hassan, the lines have been blurred between comedian and journalist in a certain way, right? So we hold journalists to a certain, level of integrity to some degree, right, or responsibility, and then we hold comedians to a completely different standard, right? Comedians, I mean, Dave Chappelle makes hilarious jokes that are funny, and a lot of times you don't question whether or not it actually happened or not, because the way it's told, it's obviously for effect to create a feeling or an idea to some degree. But Dave doesn't blur the lines of also kind of being a journalist, right? Like, he's not having these serious sit downs with people. So when I look at him, I'm not looking through him through just one lens. I'm looking at him with a couple different lenses. And I think that's where the issue came up for me, as far as the lines being blurred.
My buddy, though, he was kind of suggested even before that you're a little PO'd because he doesn't hit you up when he's in town to, and all that.
No, I'm not PO'd.
That's crazy. He just says, hey, Reggie's a little pissed off here about that.
No, I wasn't pissed off. Wait, I said that on air? But
no, just your whole,
Wait.
You're a little burned up by the dude, like, not keeping in touch and hooking you up, and then then this article. But which I agree with you completely on the article, how it's not a good look.
Yo, this is hilarious, because right now, like, Sal when I say he's throwing me under the bus, folks, like, this is called being sandbagged. This is called being caught off guard. This is called being let me see, lightweight attacked, right? Because
no way, you out your mind.
Hold up, just for the record, hey, man, I have no expectations of anyone in this business, none whatsoever. But there are certain expectations that you have of people that you consider to be friends. Like, if I come to LA and I'm in your area, you and I are friends. If I don't hit you up, then you probably go, wow, that's weird. Reg was in town, he didn't hit me up.
That's
right?
disrespect.
Okay. Right. You feel like, okay, there's a thing. You may not be mad at me. You go, all right, maybe he's busy, he got some stuff going on. It's not an issue. right? But you kind of go, oh, okay, that's the thing. So whoever is saying that I was pissed off, I've never been pissed off, right? Like my life is too good. Like I've had it too good in so many different
I've
ways
never
to
been
be
pissed
pissed off.
off. Get
No,
out of
I'm talking
here.
about, I'm talking about in regards to him and that, right? Like him coming to town and doing shows
You
and
weren't
things like that.
bothered at all? Come on.
No, I wasn't bothered. It's just that, you recognize like, oh, okay, well, he's in town. And then, you hear that he's actively reaching out to people like locals to be a part of his shows. And you go, oh, wow, we used to do shows together. And we kind of did a thing together. We used to talk and, whatever. It's like, oh, okay.
I
Well,
didn't know that
I
about
guess,
the sketches, about how those sketches that
no,
you.
no, I'm
Yeah.
not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
I
I'm
didn't
not
know
talking
about
about that.
that, dude. That's
I'm
kind
not
of
talking
messed
about
up.
that. No, I told you that in private. I'm not talking about
why,
that.
why can't we talk about that in public?
No, we can't talk about that. Because see, this is the
Here's
part
the
of
thing.
Sal. This is the part of you, Sal, that's like you're willing to burn down the house to get some views or to some laughs. That's not
I'm
my
just
that's not
saying,
my MO.
I'm
That's
just
not my
saying the
MO. So
truth. What's the
no,
truth?
I'm not. I told you that in private. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about
people
that.
can't handle the truth. No, but here's the deal, Reg. I'm not sandbagging. We have so few of
It's
listeners that when I actually had a conversation with someone who listened to the podcast, he was driving home like a 4-hour drive. He put on our latest podcast, he heard us go all in, and we covered the whole thing in much detail, which he, was really cool to see. But he definitely had that vibe, because we were both talking about it. But yeah, you were at this dude's wedding. It was more like personal, it could be. And I could see how he could portray it that way. So when he brought it up, I was like, of course I'm going to share with the very few listeners we have. I want to make them happy,
yeah, exactly. This is Salad on his journalism shit right now. He's a reporter
No, I'm
digging
just
up
on my
stuff.
entertainment.
No,
Give the
hey,
people what
look,
they want, Reg. I'm a man of the people.
yeah, absolutely, no problem. I get it. I
We don't
very
have to
well know
talk
who
about
you
it
are.
anymore.
How
I'm sick
you
of
get
talking
down.
about it anyway.
No, but this is the point. I don't want anyone to think that I have a personal problem with this dude, right? I have no issues with him. If anything, when I shared the things about being at his wedding or having spent time with him in a certain way, that was just me establishing that we had a relationship or a friendship, and that I'm not
Yeah,
bitter, mad,
I think the
upset,
had
jealous.
part is what people are curious about.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a part of the business, man. I mean, there've been plenty of people who've come into my life that were friends, that I considered to be friends, or people that were close associates. And our lives took us in different directions. I'm not mad at them. I mean, they're guys that I went to high school with that I love still, but I don't talk to them all the time. I don't see them all the time. There's no love lost, right? Your life taking you in different directions. Everyone's married and got kids, and families are happening, and careers are happening. So, I'm not. Come on, man. I'm the last person to be like on some, man, he don't call me and he don't text me. Listen, man, I got too many real people in my life that care about me, that love me, or they're there for me, that I'm going to be upset about one person not reaching out to me, and look, and me not reaching out to him. And the way I told it to you was like this. I said, look, I've reached out on a couple different occasions, and at the beginning it was cool, and as things started to happen, as time went on, those responses got fewer and further apart and shorter. So as a person who can take social cues, right, I go, okay, obviously the friendship has changed, or our lives have changed, right? He's got a couple kids, he's got a couple shows, he's got a couple things going on, and maybe I'm just not a priority in that way, and that's fine. That's fine, right? Like, that's fine. So
As our
there's
buddy
no,
Chris Tinkle just opened
yeah,
up for him recently.
yeah, I saw that he's in Detroit, right? I got
Oh, is that
family in
where it
Detroit. I was about to
was?
send him out. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where
he's in
I'm
Detroit.
headed next, dude. Detroit.
Okay, the Motor City.
Yeah, doing
So
Detroit and then Indianapolis.
so let me just wrap this up to whoever's outside, whoever's listening and coming to
So
that
yours,
conclusion.
so yeah. So what?
I'm
So
gonna tell
what's
you
your
now,
feelings?
I'm not, my feelings is that, I mean, you can think and believe whatever you want to, but I'm telling you now from the horse's mouth, there's no bitterness, there's no personal attack or vendetta or agenda in regards to it. I was simply talking about a guy that I knew who did a thing, who's on a platform, who did a thing that, even if it wasn't him, it was somebody who was in that same position that blurs the lines between journalist and comedian, and that came out, then I would feel the same way. If that were the case with Jon Stewart, If Jon Stewart had a special that was more one-man show than stand-up special, based on who he has been and who he's proven to be, even with his current show, right? The people that he talks to, the things that he talks about, the topics, he's not talking about superficial, mundane things. He's talking about what's happening in the world. He's talking about politics. He's talking to people in positions of power.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if he came out and all of a sudden there was a whole thing about, he's like, well, it's not so much true to facts as much as the laughter, then I think we'd have the same conversation about Jon Stewart or Trevor Noah or anybody who's in those positions, right? Except now, I wouldn't go with Stephen Colbert. It's been proven that his show is just a platform that's all funny, but Stephen Colbert is not a person who actually gets on stage and does stand-up either, right? So he's held to a different standard. So that was it. That's it, man. So, it ain't personal shit. Life is too good to be, come on. Yeah. All right. Whatever. But okay, cool. I'm glad that people are listening. All right. So whoever's listening, keep listening and keep sharing your comments or your ideas or your thoughts publicly or with Sal. And then, he can tell me on air for the first time without me even knowing or giving me any heads up.
It's good. Keep it fresh, dog. Keep it fresh.
Which is some bullshit, but that's all right.
No,
make sure you don't edit this part out. That's bullshit, fresh. Sal. That's bullshit, Sal. Y'all want to see some real personal shit?
I like real.
That's real. So for everybody listening now,
there it is. Look at
that's
that.
some bullshit, Sal. That's personal. This right now, this right here between me and Sal, that shit is personal.
Reggie's sensitive.
Right. So goddamn right. You gonna sandbag me on the podcast?
There ain't no sandbagging, Reg.
Well, someone said that they felt like the thing you said.
You seemed a little hurt. That's all. That's all.
You gotta be out of your fucking mind. Nobody's hurt.
Because I don't. We're just talking. But if someone is listening to us for the whole hour and listen to the whole conversation from beginning to end on the drive, taking it all in, and that's the vibe they picked up. Whatever.
Okay. All right. Well,
but you explained it pretty well, I think.
All right. Whatever. That's fine. Okay. All right. That's fine.
All
right. Cool. Let's move on to ribs.
We gotta take the ribs off now, dude. Now I don't.
Let's go to
ribs,
bro. Let's go to ribs. Let's go to ribs.
Someone else did just leave a comment. If we're gonna talk about the fans, this is I just saw this popped up, and that's what I was looking at. But someone commented on an old video of ours. I think it's not a bad one. But remember when we were talking about Jim Brown and Art Modell?
Yeah.
So this guy wrote that Jim Brown and Art Modell made amends later on in life. Okay, well, that's good.
Okay. All right, that's good.
That's
they're both gone now, so I guess it don't really matter.
Don't matter. And the whole point of the video was just at that time of why he quit. So yeah, he kind of fucked him. That's all we were saying.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's crazy, man, how these people in positions of power will wield their power to adversely affect people, right? Like it's almost like no consideration for their lives overall. Like it's one thing if he's a player and you want to affect his playing, what's happening on the field to some degree, but the decisions that they make don't just impact the field play, but it impacts their lives, right?
Right.
It's kind of crazy to me. Like I see it with coaches. I got a friend right now. her niece played Pac-12 volleyball, right? And played on nationally ranked teams. And it happened during COVID, and she got injured. So she had a couple of years to play. So she was able to be at the university in the Pac-12 university for 4 years, graduate, and still had 2 more years to play. So she decided to go to a school to get her master's, go to another school to get her master's and still play. Now she's at a smaller school, still D1, but in a smaller conference. And she's got 2 years to play. And the coach is not giving her a fair chance to participate. And it's like, yo, man, you don't understand what you're doing, right? Like this is this person's last chance to do a thing. And they're good. And they've been proven to be good. Playing on nationally ranked teams. Can you imagine playing? It's like imagine playing at North Carolina on a nationally ranked level, being a contributor on that team for 4 years, graduate, and then have 2 years left to play and go, all right, I did the Tar Heels. I'm gonna go to USF I'm gonna go to San Francisco, University of San Francisco in the WCC, and finish 2 more years of ball. And then the coach is like, "Yeah, I don't think you can play. You just got to sit back and relax." Like, what are you? Out of
Why
your
is
mind?
that?
It could be any number of reasons. It could be ego. It could just be personality
Is that the
conflicts.
school right now, USF?
No, I'm not using a real school. I'm not going to use the real school.
Yeah,
But
well,
I just use USF just as an example.
well,
But
yeah,
it's
well, that's
just,
some bullshit.
yeah, exactly. But the coach is the guy who calls the shots, and so now he has the authority to wield whatever kind of influence or control that he has over this player, and take away opportunities or give them at his whim, right? And I'm sure he may have a good in his mind, a good reason. But this coach recruited this player. When the person was like, "Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave," this guy actively recruited this player, and now he has him there, and he's not giving him an opportunity. You go,
Wow.
it's like, yo, if you're not gonna let me play, then why even bring me? I could have went to any number of other big time universities that was recruiting this person, right?
Right.
And so it's funny how people in position of power they get all egotistical, right? They're not.
Yeah, it sucks they have that much power in that person's
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, they're not devoid of ego and doing dumb shit. So, but okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, what you were saying.
All right, bro. So here it is. So I was in KC, Reg, and I wanted to show you. So the whole battle is about the barbecue.
Oh
And
yeah, I heard that guy. Okay.
this is supposed to be the spot. It's called Gates Barbecue. It's more, it's all over around there now. But
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
the sauce is amazing, dog.
I'm sure it is, man. But hold up though. I'm gonna say that I think it probably looks like it tastes good just because it looks budget as hell. Like I don't even know. Like the backdrop is a gray wall, right?
Well, dude, this ain't the restaurant. This is the club. They brought
this is
it
the
into the
club.
club. They
Oh,
brought it
okay,
to the
okay,
club. So
okay.
yeah, see, there's the brisket, there's the ribs, there's the sausage, there's turkey over here, there's baked beans, there's fucking I forget if this was mashed potato salad, macaroni salad. There are all kinds of stuff, man. But it was
Man,
dope, dude. They brought some good ass stuff. A whole
that's a lot
fucking
of meat.
platter of meat. Oh, dude, it's all about the meats out in the Midwest,
It's all
baby.
meat, man. This is why people die, bro. Why people don't
Dude,
live
that
that long.
sauce was amazing. And then I got some in the airport to take home. And I made myself some cauliflower wings with it this week.
Nice. Wait, what's the name of the sauce? What's the name of the
The
barbecue
place
sauce?
called Gates.
Okay, but
Gates.
that's
So
just the name of
there's
it.
all different types of sauces. I got a sweet and mild. The sauce on those ribs and stuff was a little spicier, but it was still really good, man. It was like everyone talks about the sauce.
How did your IBS hold up with the spicy sauce?
Wasn't bad. Way
Okay.
better than when I was in Texas. In Texas, I went to this place down the street from the hotel, and so people give me shit. It was more maybe not as good of a place, but I don't know. It's in the downtown. It's right there. It's the only spot I'm near, so that's what I'm gonna do. And shit kind of sucked. So and it hurt my stomach, and I had to do shows that night. So this one was in between shows. So then I was like, all right, I'll be safe. But I still was pretty fucking tired. I was like, oh man, Tim and I both talk about like you eat all but can't have all that meat right before the show.
Oh hell
But
no.
you're really hungry in between sets, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you kind of like
all the blood rushes
something.
to your stomach to digest the food. So then it makes you lightheaded and dizzy, and then you're like,
I felt like I was out there like, you're just throwing the ball around. Yeah, here you go. Fucking fool, bro.
Okay, well, how were the shows in Kansas City?
Amazing. They were all amazing shows, amazing club. The people that were cool, they were really cool there, man. It was all good. We just did 2-person shows, and yeah, man, the club was great. Food was great. The crowds are really cool. So this was funny about Kansas City, I was gonna tell you. So
2-person show, awesome. Shout out to
Kansas
Tim Meadows
City
for that.
Kansas City was in well, we just did Tampa. It wasn't like that in Tampa. It's always different. But anyway, Kansas City is right there in Missouri, right? But right across the state line is Kansas, right? So the hotel we were actually staying in was in Kansas, and the club was in Kansas City. Now, when you land in there, there's the river that separates it, but not where we're at. All that separates the border is just like a road. Like you don't even see the sign or anything. So literally, so you could smoke weed in Missouri, but it's illegal in Kansas. But you could just walk across the street. And I think abortion is like the same situation. But it's just, so like we would go get picked up and go take it to the club. And like, oh, you're in Missouri now. And you had no idea. You're just going. like going through a
Dude, that's
neighborhood.
crazy. That's crazy. And there was no sign saying you're now entering.
Yeah, like I didn't see it going in because you would have to be all because there's a whole road that splits the whole damn state. Like it goes all the way down. So it's funny.
Wait,
man.
so the road is like on the border? Is that what
The
you're
road
saying?
is the border.
The road is the border.
Yeah, you're on
So
one side of the street is Kansas, the other side is Missouri.
Jeez.
Was
So-
that funny?
That is funny. If you're over here, you can smoke weed in Missouri,
Yeah.
but you can't smoke weed in Kansas.
Now you cross that street, they're gonna bust your ass.
So they sitting there waiting for you, right? They're like, yeah, come on. Come on.
Come on. Yeah.
What if you stand in the middle of the street?
Oh boy, you better toe tap it. You better keep the smoke on the right side.
Oh, that's cool. So I've never
Oh,
been to, I don't think I've ever been to Kansas City or Missouri. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
see Travis
Missouri
or
or
Taylor
Kansas.
there. They didn't show up. They're in New York. They went to New York that weekend.
Okay.
But
Oh, by the
yeah.
way, I just found out because I was looking at trying to figure out how tall Bryce Harper was. And this is how you know people are Googling this shit. Because when I put in how tall, it said it's Taylor Swift. I was like, the fuck? My algorithm was all wrong. Like, I care about Taylor Swift.
took over the world, dude.
It took
the
over.
news.
But I did look at her height, and Taylor Swift is
I'm gonna guess 5'9".
ooh, close. You're a little short there, buddy.
5'10".
Almost.
6.
No, that's too far.
5'11".
Yes.
Let me see if Destiny on his phone. Hey Des, how tall is Taylor Swift? She said 5'9".
5'11", bro.
Reggie says it's 5'11". Yeah, 5'11". Yep.
Yep,
Wow.
she's 5'11", man. I didn't realize she was so tall. That's props to her.
Well, I mean, hell, man, you're dating a tight end. You know, they ain't no small dude.
Hey, yo, give it up to Travis too, because that dude definitely shot his shot. Like he was straight
man
up
from Cleveland, buddy.
Hey man, he made it public. He was like, he did not mince words about that situation. He was like, yo, I'm trying to see what's up. And she was like, damn, ain't nobody. I'm sure she's like, ain't nobody ever came at me like this. Like, I'm
funny,
Taylor
man.
Swift. I sell out concerts, theaters, stadiums all over the world. A dude who just won a Super Bowl is like, yo, what would it be like? I'm trying to see what's happening over there. What's popping?
He's lucky he had that gap. Like she was touring, and then he could go to her show, and then his football season started, and she stopped touring for that month, and then she could go to his games, and now she's gonna pick up touring again. But it kind of worked out for him.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this on air just because this is an adult podcast. I think it's safe to guess that she's probably never been with an athlete of that caliber or a professional athlete of that caliber. And I'm just telling you now, man, physically, right? Like with his size, strength, mobility, things that he can bring to the table, I'm sure she ain't never experienced no shit like that before. Whatever's going on, however's
I don't know,
going
man.
on.
She's got a pretty lengthy dating history.
Yeah, but she ain't had a professional. Athletes come a little different, man. Physically, you're just able to do some different things.
I think that's left. Oh, hey, Des, has Taylor Swift dated any other professional athletes before?
Are you just doing something wrong so
Oh,
far?
no. Reggie's all into her now.
I am not all in.
I don't think so. She usually dates like skinny, like
Usually skinny
musicians,
skinny
like,
musicians.
Okay.
English, like from London.
Like
stuff.
Brits and stuff.
Okay, well, hey, look, I don't know nothing about them.
Reggie says she ain't never had anything like a Travis Kelce.
I don't think so.
Ah, she agrees.
Exactly.
Look at like ugly Matt Healy, who's like the last guy she was seeing.
Ugly Matt Healy. Who's Matt Healy?
I don't know who Matt Healy
Singer
is.
of 1975.
The lead singer of 1975.
Band.
Here, we'll
I
look
don't
him
even-
up and then show this picture.
Yeah, Travis Kelce is an upgrade by far.
That's funny.
Maddie Healy, that's the name.
Oh, Maddie Healy, English singer, songwriter, and record producer.
Oh, this dude.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I mean, he's.
Hot.
Oh
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, he's. Yeah, he's.
That's
yeah.
even a good picture. There's much worse out there.
Yeah, he's got
That's
a number of
even a good
different
one, though. You
looks.
should pull up that.
There
Yeah,
he
he's-
is.
There's much
Okay, I mean, he's got that rocker thing going,
Right, sorry.
right? That's an
good
older.
luck,
That's an
bro.
older picture though.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Hey,
This is
that's
an older one, Reg?
That's an older picture because he looks like this now.
Hold on, let me find it. Don't just push your screen up there. Nobody can see that.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
are you
yeah.
looking up a better or worse picture?
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
Do
What?
like 2023. 'cause it's
Okay.
not-
Oh, because this is recent.
There he is, right there.
He looks. Look at this. Look.
Hey, but no, I mean, no prop. I mean, props to him. We don't know what he's. You don't know what he's bringing. I'm just
She
saying.
doesn't have. She has a pretty good track record.
He looks like a mad scientist a little bit.
Yeah, he has that going on a little bit. But
Yeah.
I mean, no offense. I mean, I'm not gonna diss.
Ariana
I'm just
Grande's
saying.
run
I'm just saying that.
freaks, but
How
I can
tall is
see him.
Travis?
All right, babe.
Let me see.
How
Travis
tall?
Kelce.
I'm going to say he's at least 6'5". He's a tight end.
Yeah.
There he is, the mad scientist, Maddie.
Oh, there we go. So Travis Kelce is 6'5".
I called that one.
Yeah, he's 6'5", probably 240, right? 225 to 35 pounds, somewhere around there. I'm just talking about, and she's 5'11". At 6'5", 5'11", and she's kind of light. Yo, he's tossing her, bro. I'm telling you, he's tossed. Reggie
Reggie
he's
getting
doing
dirty.
I'm just saying, she's
I don't
like
know,
on
man.
his
Taylor-
back. She's on
they
his
probably
back,
hooked up
like
by
walking
now.
around in a certain way. Like he's holding her up with one hand, walking through the building. You know what I mean? She's just like, oh wow, I'm sure she's like, wow, this
Killer
is
Trav.
different.
Trav.
This is different. So
Yeah, I was
Props to
saying, I
Travis
was
Kelce.
like, I hear all the sirens in my hood.
I
I
don't hear
was
him at all.
saying that I was expecting more love from being a guy from Cleveland, Kansas City, because us Cleveland guys, we're good guys. We attract strong women. Hell, some guys from Cleveland attract the most famous pop star in the world. A lot of people didn't know he was even from there.
Yeah, but props to him. I mean, he's a handsome dude, man. And you know what? And
he had his own dating show called Catching Kelsey.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he had his own dating show, and it was like on E, and this was like a 2016. And then then he ended up dating one of the girls for like 2 months, and then that was it. And then he was with the some woman on E or on Extra or something. He was with her because they both were black, so that was another thing. He usually dates black women.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I know his last one, Kayla Nicole or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what she does. I think she's
hey,
a model,
though when I
right?
saw him at the ESPYs, he was with a white woman. But
okay, hey, look,
but I don't know who, like
well, that's what I was about to
they
say.
didn't say who that was, like who he was dating. I don't know.
But that's what I was about to say is props to him for being open to just
branching out to all
Nah, not even
all of Earth's beauty, colorful.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't branching out. It's just like just dating beautiful women.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
dating
Hot
beautiful
hot.
women. Hot is hot. Black, white, Asian, Latin, Pacific Islander, whatever you want.
Leave someone out now, dude, and then people are gonna get pissed. You shouldn't have started that.
What?
That list. A list of different types.
Okay, and then et cetera,
keep going, man. People in Antarctica are fucking pissed.
Okay, well, okay, so then the Scandinavians and the Baltic regions and the Russians and the Italians and the Sicilians and the Portuguese and the French and the English and the Bulgarian and the Germans and the Indians and the Egyptians and the Africans and the South Africans and the Fijians and the Australians and the New Zealanders.
Not bad. You're not doing bad.
Okay. I'm like, and who else? I mean, what other region you want me to go? Any islanders? The Pacific Islanders?
I think you got it covered.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, everybody, man.
Hey, did you talk to our buddy, by the way? Speaking of Islanders, this is important to talk about because, man, speaking of mental health stuff, our Islander buddy. Good.
Okay, let's clue people in. So Sal and I have a friend. We met him in San Francisco on the comedy scene. He moved to Los Angeles, and he's been having. He kind of goes to Facebook, and he expresses himself there. And a lot of times, it causes a lot of red flags for us. I know for me personally, having lost a friend to suicide, some of the things that he says online, they're triggers for me personally, in the sense of like, okay, man, if it sounds like you're having a mental health crisis or there's something going on or there's some severe depression. And so I've reached out to him a couple times and just kind of, gave him my 2 cents of ideas or suggestions or whatever. And he's been very receptive to those things. And so he left Los Angeles, moved to another state in an effort to start new. And now he's in that state. And some of those old thoughts are kind of rearing their head again. And so Sal reached out to me and said, hey, man, he's putting some stuff online. He might need a Reggie pep talk. And so I went and looked, and I was going to hit him up. But there was one statement that he had made that I read, and I was like, okay, I don't think he's in position to receive anything right now as far as like a conversation. And plus, at this point, I don't think that my conversation is going to be enough. I feel like he probably needs some real professional and maybe even some medical attention as far as like some medication to help level out some of his like chemicals that may be going on. So no, I haven't talked to him, but I did see some stuff, and now he's moving from there, and he's moving to he's going from a hot region to a cold region. And
yeah, I don't know what the appeal is there.
Yeah,
I was like, Islander in the tundra.
No, but see, this is the thing, man. This is the thing. It's like watching. Now, let me see how I say this. I'm gonna be delicate. I don't think the issue is the location, right? No matter where he goes, I think he's gonna encounter some of the same problems, right? Because the problem that exists is not external. The problems are internal. And so he can go anywhere he wants to on this planet, and he's gonna have the same problems because he's not leaving anything behind. Everything that's an issue or concern is with him and inside of him. So until he addresses the internal conflict, it doesn't matter where he's at. He's gonna have the same problems. That's
beautiful. Yeah. I was thinking, dude, because we're always struggling now, like on money. I wouldn't have to bust your balls about fees if we were making money off our podcast. So I was like, people, I got the little Venmo on our Instagram, but nobody's gonna Venmo us. So I was like, well, we should do little Reggie inspirational moments that you could personalize and just send to people, and they could pay through that. And like, you want your own personal Reggie inspirational moment, and they just email, hey, the name, send this to that person, and boom, you do that, bro. I'm
flattered, man. I'm flattered that you're willing to pimp out my positivity.
Oh, dude, pimp out positivity. We could call it the pop. They're like, yo, you want pop? Pimped out positivity with
pimped out positivity from Reggie Steele. Yes, sir.
Then we can play that song. That song is free. We don't own any residuals on that song. So then you just do like 30 seconds, personalize it like people do with
you can do this.
Yeah, man.
Right? Like,
let's try and come
make it happen.
Especially because the holiday's coming. So I don't know how we're gonna get a pimped out positivity.
Would you like a personal message from Reggie Steele?
Yeah, personal. Yeah, you gotta flex the positive thing.
Yeah. Would you like a personal positive
inspirational Reggie? People like that. But yeah, we'll have to call you. Would you like a personal positive message by inspirational Reggie?
let's make it a name that no one can say, right? Let's make it an inspirational positive personal positive message by Reggie Steele with inspiring music to soothe the soul, right? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm down for whatever, man. I mean, because this is me, right? This is me. This is all me, 100.
Yeah. So if anyone has a thing, we should have them email. We'll have to set up an email.
Okay, but then they gotta
really gonna do it. I could just.
But they gotta tell me what it is though. Like, what they need. Where are they trying to struggle? Right? What's the struggle?
What's this? Yeah. So we go. Who's it for? And what's the struggle?
Yeah.
And so then I can give you 30 seconds of positivity.
Yes. Like, you got this. You can do this. It's the work. All you gotta do is the work. Don't worry about it. It's one day at a time, one step at a time. The journey of 1,000 miles.
Don't give it away for free now, Reg. Give enough away. Hey, check this out. I did this video today. See what you think. I was like National Geographic Sal out there. All right, ready? You see it? Here we go.
15 seconds. Oh, hummingbird.
Slow-mo hummingbird. Now look, watch how it just propellers, and it turns its tail, opens it, turns the tail to turn. Now looks, hey, here's my profile. Then he's like, okay, let's bounce out. Dope,
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, the
Yeah.
best thing about the hummingbird wings is they don't go up and down. They actually make like an infinity symbol, right?
Yeah.
Like the
They have
figure eight
such
sideways.
control, man. They're just
Oh, dude. Yeah. Dude, you got to get a hummingbird feeder. It's the best.
Yeah,
Watch
we
them
got all
come
these
out.
trees. They feed off of that. I don't need that.
No,
I
but
got
you can-
nature, motherfucker.
I know, but you can put it right there and then they come right to your door and you can see them.
Oh, we did. So then next week we did Tampa, bro. I did Tampa last week.
Okay.
Too many Trumpies out there still, but
Yeah, you think? That's
they're
Florida.
all
bro.
moving there. Oh, dude, I got into it with a religious guy, bro.
I saw that.
Oh.
Why? I mean, I know you relish these moments. But
Dude, we're gonna
why?
put it. Oh, I should have shared it on here, man. I'll tell you why. He pissed me off. That's why. You piss off the Sal, you get the heat.
Oh, you piss off the Sal, you get the heat.
And how, dog? I don't give a fuck because, man, I'm there to defend my people or anybody. I don't like hate.
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
this
you're a
guy.
superhero, bro.
Okay, first off, let me set the scene. All right,
Okay. All
go
right.
in there and check out a friend's volleyball game. Right on the beach.
Okay.
They have all the volleyball, the sand, whatever. And nice serene moment. They're near the ocean or on the bay or the golf, whatever the fuck, the golf. So then this guy all of a sudden comes up and you just hear a little speaker attached to his belt. And he says,
Oh,
"Good people of St. Pete, I'm here to share with you the story of the word of Jesus Christ. And that's blah, 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 blah. And so he starts reading his Bible verses, shit. I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to the bathroom. This guy's pissing me off. I was having a nice, serene
wait.
moment. And now
So he was
getting
pissing you
all
off
up on
because
me.
he was loud and disrupting.
He was
not because of what
ruining,
he was
yeah, he's
saying.
ruining the serenity of the moment. You know what I mean?
The vibe.
Pushing
Okay.
his bullshit on everybody. So
'Cause
then,
okay.
so then I go to the bathroom and I come back and he kind of walked further away from where we were. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's good. So then he starts coming back. And when he was over there, then, and this is another, I heard him twice say it, calling like, homosexuals evil. And that leads to pedophiles. And then when he started saying that shit, I was like, oh, well, the fuck this guy. So then when he got behind us again, I just flicked him off and he talked about it. So here it is.
I
You
saw
can
this
listen
video.
to him and yeah, dude. I can't stand this. So here we go.
Here's a gentleman here in the red shirt flicking me off. Good on you. You have your father the devil. That's what Jesus said. Your father's a liar. He's lying to you.
Yeah. My father is the devil, son. My father is the devil. That was his comeback.
Yeah.
Got me.
Yeah.
He got me on that one.
Dude, I don't get this whole thing. Why do they love to attach pedophilia and homosexuality? I think they try to take the worst thing in the world and society on some level, like one of the worst things, right?
Yeah.
And then they go, all right, well, this is the thing we don't like. So what can I attach to this?
If you
Like,
attach pedophilia to anything, and everything you say is in right, because that's the worst thing.
yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, dude, how can I justify hating something I don't understand? I attach it to pedophilia. And it's fucking stupid. And it's
so
just it's
stupid.
hurtful and it's hateful and it's none of your goddamn business. It's all bullshit. And yeah, it's unbelievable, man. So anyway, that's why I was like, well, fuck this guy. And then finally he left, which was nice.
Good.
But
good.
yeah, and it was kind of cool. I did that, and then other people started doing it. People playing volleyball was flicking them off too. Like I started a little thing.
Oh no.
So that was nice, dude.
Yo, I know that there's in the Bible, there's this whole thing about spreading the gospel, right?
Right.
That's the whole thing, spreading the gospel. And I'm okay with you if you want to spread your word. I just think that I don't think you need to have a megaphone. I think you stand there and you be available. And the people who want to talk to you and listen to it, then they come over. And the people who don't, then they keep it moving. But like,
I even kind of addressed it before I flicked them off. I was like, what about love one another? Like that was my question. No response to that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's bullshit, man. It's very my way's right, your way's wrong, and nobody knows fucking anything. So everyone should just shut the fuck up. And with that, Reggie cannot wait to talk about Israel and Palestine and Hamas.
Yo, I just so we can throw this out, you throw it out there. I'm gonna say, hey Sal, before we start, I say, hey, you want to talk about this? He goes, I ain't touching it.
I ain't touching that shit.
I
I'm
ain't
watching
touching
it.
it.
There's a great Larry David I saw on TikTok when he's because he like was dating a Palestinian woman, and then there was like a protest at her restaurant, and then he's walking out, and all the Jewish friends are there, like, "Get over here, you're Jewish," and they're like, "Come over here, you can make love to me," and this and that, and he was just stuck there in the middle and didn't know what to do. And they wrote like, "This is the internet right now."
Hey man, look. I actually spoke with someone yesterday about this at length, and they gave me a really good description of what's going on and what has happened in that region, and not just recently, not with the Gaza Strip and the West Bank and the Jews or Israel and the Palestinians, and the lack of control and the lack of state or territory that the Palestinians have, and how the Israel, they control everything, who can go in, who can go out, the water, the lights, the food, and Hamas, and then attacks. But it went back to World War II. It went back to the region being divided up, Palestine having a state, and then in 1948, I think it was, or 47, 48, the Middle East was divided by outsiders, Americans, Britain, France, whoever, the Allies, basically who won World War II. They divided the region up, and then these people were left without a land or without a territory. So, I mean, it's been going on for however many years, 70
Forever,
years or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
All our lives.
All our lives, 70 years. And so there's, it's just more to it than, man,
it's not black
history.
and white.
It's not black and white.
It seem black and white.
But hold up though. This person I was talking to was like a theologian, right? Because after they talked about World War II.
Did he have a little speaker on his belt?
No, this is a woman. And this is a woman that I've known for years, who's a friend of mine. And she has read on multiple occasions the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and the Book of Mormon, right? So when she starts talking about, where the where the Jews came from, where the Jewish people came from, and where the Muslim people came from, and it all traced back to Abraham and his 12 sons, and then his first son. You know who his first son was?
Yeah, one was Isaac and one was Joseph or Joe. The Muslims followed one, and the Jews followed another.
Yes, the Jews are off the line of Jacob, which is one of his 12 kids, right?
Yeah.
But his first son, his very first son, was not with his wife Sarah, was with his concubine. I forget her name. Begins with an H, and his name is Ishmael.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way the story was told was that Sarah was having a hard time. She couldn't bear a child. And this is how the person told me, was that it was written that she gave him permission to be with this woman. And he was with her. He lay with her. She got pregnant. She had a son. His name was Ishmael. Once the baby was born, Sarah was like, yo, this isn't cool. I don't like this at all. And he backed Sarah. And then they basically banned them, like pushed them out. And she went off and raised her son, Ishmael, who was actually Abraham's first son, who was with his...
man, it's just like Black Panther, dude. They push him out to Oakland, and then the other one's in Wakanda.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is they pushed him out, and then the Muslims are off the line of Ishmael, and then God blessed Sarah with the ability to have children. They did have 12 kids, and, the whole story is Isaac. Everyone knows Isaac because that's about the rock there, right? And that was the rock where he was about to sacrifice Isaac to show his devotion to God. And then he didn't. And so she was blessed with being able to have kids, or, they had 12 kids. And then of those 12,
what does that got to do with today? Like how
what I'm saying is that
today?
What I'm saying is that this shit goes back
forever. Yeah.
Forever, because you got the Jews over here.
The Jews got kicked
Muslims
out of there originally.
They got,
and then they came back after World War II.
Well, hold up though. the Jews are over here and the Muslims are over here. And if you follow their lineage, they all go back to one dude, Abraham.
Right.
Two separate
Yeah.
women, but one dude.
No, yeah, that's true.
Abraham.
I
So they had
remember. I
beef.
remember learning that in college.
Yo, man, it's crazy. So this shit is biblical.
They're
bro.
all way more connected, and than they act, which is crazy.
And that's
yeah, man. I did read this. So with numbers wise, because everyone's got their thing, but so you just look at the facts. I look at the numbers, and like so. The last I saw, this is guesstimated, but the last I saw, Hamas, the Jews died, 1,300 died in the attack from Hamas so far. And then so far in Israeli retaliation, about 1,500 Hamas have died, militants. But total, but then in Palestinians total was like 1,800 died, and more than half are 18
civilians
or 18 or under. And that's what's fucking sad, because the ones who are suffering the most now are the innocent lives.
The innocent. That's all I was gonna say. Look, I'm not choosing sides about whatever. I think if you're Hamas and you take military action or terrorist actions against Israel, right? And Israel responds and they take action against Hamas, those are the people who are doing the thing. Absolutely. But then when you got innocent people, and based on what I understand, Gaza is like 25 miles, is densely populated with 2 million people or something crazy. Yeah. But only maybe a quarter of those people support Hamas, right? Only a quarter of those people. So 3/4 of those people do not support the actions of Hamas, right? And hold up though, let's not act like Israel doesn't have some part in this from the standpoint of how regulated Gaza is, right?
Well, they started that in 2007 after Hamas took power there. So that's how they reasoned to regulate it, because they don't want to deal with them. And then Hamas's whole thing is Israel needs to be wiped off the map. I'm like, well, what the fuck kind of negotiation is that?
This is how big Israel is, right? And of how big Israel is, this is how big Gaza is. You see what I'm saying? It's like you got
this map on your face.
I know I had to do. I got my face, and then
I thought you were giving birth to a goat.
Here we go. That's funny. This is how big it is. Like I feel like it's, dare I say, it's like the peasants throwing rocks at the castle, and then the castle is like, okay, I see your rocks, and I raise you bombs and missiles.
Yeah,
and,
it's always that.
Yeah, it's always that. So I'm not saying that anybody's right or wrong. I just don't want to see innocent people being killed, and all these videos that are surfacing of young people, babies and children being decimated. It feels like these attacks are targeted at the future of the Palestinians, right? Meaning the young people. They're like, we wipe out the young people, then there's no future. So this shit is way bigger than me and you and my conversation with someone, so I can't even try to speak on this in detail. I just know that I don't like to see, I don't care what war it is anywhere, I don't think that innocent people should be involved or killed.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, Reg, we'll wrap us up. We should get a guest for next week. I'm in town. Let's do it.
Okay. One more last thing before we go. Is it just me, or have you and our listeners noticed that the traffic laws are no longer rules, but they appear to be suggestions?
Reg get all mad on his ride home today.
Well, no, because there was a stop sign, and if you know the rules, even if two people pull up to the stop sign, you're supposed to yield to the right?
Yes.
And if you pull up to a stop sign and someone's there before you, then they get to go, and then you go.
Right.
So I had a situation where I was talking to Sal on my way to record the podcast, where I was driving, I was at a stop sign first, and I was to the right. And as I started to go, the person who was pulling up to the stop sign never stopped. He kind of looked and as I was going, he was like, and he put, and I go, what? I go, what is that? Like, he just ran the stop sign. I'm like, it's a rule. It says stop. Stop is not a suggestion. Stop is a
You
direct
break it
statement,
up, dude.
right? Stop.
There you
I
go.
know. Stop is a direct statement. That's not. It'd be one thing if the sign said, you know, kind of slow down, or maybe I don't know, anything else that you can say that's not a direct statement. But I was like, yo, and I see it more and more where I'm like, oh, people are taking traffic laws as just a suggestion. Speed limit is 65. That's a suggestion, dog. That ain't really
Right.
what it is.
I
Stop, you know.
I think it's a bay too. The bay's so small. Well, I mean, everywhere here. Here it's terrible too. But last time I was up there, I was on Treasure Island, and this was kind of a bad move on my part. But like, so I was following these guys, and they're slow as hell. So so I go a right to go around, you know, and then we hit the next intersection at the same time. Like the one person goes, and then me and the next one hit at the same time. And like I'm like, it's just a straight away for me, and they got to go straight and make a left. And so I was starting to go, and he got pissed, and I was like, "It was my turn," you know. And I gave him a little kiss, right, like that. Oh my god, it pissed him off. I heard it. He called me the F word, Reg. He goes, "Oh, you fucking brag!" And then like I drove up to the bridge, and he's following my ass, and he got right on me. He like wouldn't let he pass someone else and get up on my ass, and he was all like yelling, and then he like rolled out his window and he's yelling at me, and I was just like, I just waved at him.
People are crazy,
but
bro.
the problem was that's on the island too. So I don't realize going back to the island, he could like see my car at night because the island's small. And be like, there's that motherfucker.
And that's all I'm saying. People are angry and people are dumb. So don't be blowing kisses to anybody, right? People are angry, man, over nothing. Over nothing. And even with this dude, man, I was just annoyed. I wasn't gonna say anything to the guy or whatever, because I don't know what's happening. Everyone's got blacked out windows. Who knows what kind of AK-47 assault rifle, heavy machine guns, and fucking surface to air missile shit they got in their cars right now. Right? So it's just that it's annoying, man. And
you gotta be safe for these times.
Yeah, you gotta be safe. And let's just say it, consciously there's a collective consciousness that doesn't exist, or there's a collective consciousness of people being angry. Like people are upset.
It's crazy. Yeah, it sucks.
People are just not happy, man. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, look, they just raised minimum wage for fast food workers, which I think is great for one, right? Gives them a little bit more respect within society, also gives them more money in their pocket, and quiet is kept. The middle class is what makes the system work, because the middle class pays full price for everything, right? This is just a quick level in economics. Rich people, the people who have money and they're wealthy, they write off everything, right? They write off everything. And they write off their home office, they write off their car, they write off travel, they write the depreciation of their house, they write off the depreciation of their vehicles, they write off whatever business expenses they have, they write off everything. And then the poor or the lower class, they're heavily subsidized. So they're not paying for anything. They get everything for free, right? It's the middle class that pays full price for cars, appliances, homes, schools, clothes, shoes. The middle class is what puts money in the system, is oil for the system, right?
Right,
so now,
right.
So if you have people who are now, who have been working in fast food joints and they're making $20-some an hour, all of a sudden, that's more money being spent on clothes, on shoes. There's more money in the system. There's more money for taxes. There's better roads. There's better schools, better police, better firemen, better bridges, better maintenance and upkeep of society at large. So props to the middle class. I mean, to fast food workers for getting a raise. I'm happy for you. Please spend responsibly, save some of it, but also go out and, you know, get those new shoes and the watches and the kicks and the hats and the clothes that you want to wear.
There you go. This is free Reggie positivity right here, right on the podcast. So get yourself some RPs today. And how much are we gonna charge? I say at least $20, right? $20.
20? You think I think that's a little high.
That's high, dude.
You don't think? I mean, 30 seconds.
You know
30 seconds.
You know how much they charge on those? What is the stupid thing I'm thinking of? People always do for the birthday. The little celebrities are doing now, whatever it is.
But I'm not a celebrity, bro. How about
you're
this?
Reggie though? You're positive. Okay, $10.
Okay, I'm 10. I'm good with. See, this is my philosophy. I would much rather charge a lower price and get more people and make it a great thing, and then word of mouth, right?
All right, so for $10, you get an RP. We'll call them RPs. That's easy, right? And that is a Reggie positivity.
How about a
It needs to be- it
RPP,
needs-
a Reggie
uh,
positivity presentation? No.
RP. I liked pop, but pimped out. You don't want to say pimped out.
No,
Positivity.
I was just talking about you trying to generate money off me.
Yeah, RP. What's an O? Let's see. Reggie positivity. An RPM, a Reggie positive message. Because RPMs is like a car, right?
Yeah.
Rotations per minute. But you got Reggie's positive message. There you go. A little RPM. Yeah, you want to make the places all mad? You want to make it better? Well, now you can, Reggie. This is you contributing your own Reggie positive message.
What about a NPR?
But your name is Reggie.
Yeah, NPR. A moment of positivity with Reggie. I love that face.
No, dude. Reggie's positive messages.
Okay.
RPMs. NPR? I can't see. Messages positive by Reggie. That just sounds fucking backwards.
No. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Not message positive. I meant to say PMR. Positive message by Reggie.
Yeah, it's too much now. RPMs. Because everyone knows the R. You're Reggie.
Okay. Right.
Reggie positive message.
All right. If anybody's still listening to this right now, we thank you for
RPMs. $10 at Sal-Kalani on Venmo.
Oh, wow. How about they send me the money? I'm the one who's doing
No, they send it to me so I get my fees paid.
Yeah, I'll send you that.
Yeah, no, I'll give Reggie a share. Then you won't have to pay if people are covering you. You know what I mean? So but hold up though. But I'll let you know what RPMs you got coming. Now, email me, Sal-Kalani@gmail.com, and I'll tell Reggie
at Reggie's and Reggie Steele at Gmail.
Gmail, yeah, there you
go. My Venmo is at Reggie Steele.
Motherfucker.
You see my
no, dog. This is go through the podcast. This is can't just go to Reg.
Yo,
all right, well, good luck.
If you want to support me, I will gladly welcome it. Right.
All right, wrap us up, Reg. As long as
all right, let's go. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was a mismatch of things.
You see my mom met Tim Meadows. Did you see that?
I saw that your mom met Tim Meadows.
He shouted her out on the stage and everyone
I saw that.
That was nice. All right, close us out.
So once again, Sal interrupts the closeout. He gets on me for not closing out, and then in the closeout, he's like, "Hey, you know what else happened?" So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We love doing it. It's always a great time. We're going to keep doing it. So please keep tuning in. If you enjoy it and you do like it, then please like, share, and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. And you now have our Venmo. If you want to send some financial love this way to help us keep the podcast going, we greatly appreciate that too. And if you just want to pay us for our services, we do not refuse any help that comes from the heart. So with that being said, hope you have a great day. That's Sal-Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele, and this is Spitballin.